agreeing to a ceasefire after the end of 3-4 days of hostilities in the wake of Operation Sindoor and what had happened in Pahalgam. There is now a fresh update that has come regarding the BCCI. Now, as far as the IPL 2025 resumption is concerned, we can say exclusively on Sports Today that we have got an input. BCCI is likely to have a meeting either on Sunday or on Monday to finalize the future course of action when we have to look at the IPL 2025 resumption. Because remember, in the aftermath of what had happened in Operation Sindoor, following the Delhi Capitals versus Punjab Kings match, IPL released a statement in which the tournament was suspended for 1 week. Now, to decide on the next future course of action, the BCCI is likely to hold a meeting either on Monday or on Sunday, and they will decide the future course of action that is going to happen. Now, the BCCI officials told Sports Today that since the war has stopped, we are open to having matches everywhere, not just in South India. Initially, the report that was floating around is that if the IPL needed to have a plan B, they would either play the matches in Kolkata or they would play it entirely in the south, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bengaluru. But now with the western front sealed now and with no hostilities there, you might have all the same venues that you had previously host the games. But this is where the BCCI have gotten a bit of a technicality. Here they have mentioned a few overseas players have gone back keeping in mind their availability. So what they will do is they know now that some Australian, South Africa and England players have gone back to their respective countries in the aftermath of this incident. Keeping in mind their availability, we will decide how and when to start the IPL. So depending upon the availability of the foreign players, you will then see how the schedule will be planned accordingly. You will see how the schedule is going to be. So technically, when you look at it, maybe the venues will be the same. IPL final instead of May 25th, it could happen on June 1. Maybe that is one contingency plan that the BCCI is planning at this stage, but we don't know anything officially at this stage. So it will start soon. That is what top BCCI sources have told us, that yes, the IPL will start soon. Because of the de-escalation that has happened today, you might see some form of concrete action take place by either by tomorrow or the day after. So whatever will be the meeting that will be held on Monday or on Sunday, you will see an IPL schedule being worked accordingly in that. Now, many people will be wondering how will the schedule be like. It will possibly begin from Punjab Kings versus Delhi Capitals. That game was abandoned, and because of that, no points were split, no points were allotted to it. Once that happens, Delhi Capitals and Punjab Kings game will begin from scratch, and whoever wins that, or if there is a rain threat, the points will be distributed accordingly in that. So that is how you will see it. The starting point will be DC versus PBKS, not the LSG versus RCB game that was happening. So on Sunday or on Monday, you will see the BCCI have a meeting. Most likely in that, you will see them put in the new schedule. They will discuss with the overseas players about their availability. Slightly tricky wicket there because Australia's players have gone back. Now, Cummins, Head, Stark, Hazelwood, all of them are there. And even Josh Inglis is there in the PBKS lineup. How are you going to get them back? Because considering now they have to even prepare for the World Test Championship final that's happening on June 11th. Will you accommodate them in that, and will you ensure that, okay, they will be ready for it? What about the South African players who are there in the WTC final race? What about England's players? They don't have a bilateral series coming up. Maybe they can come back and do it. So basically, this is how you're going to do it. So for people who are joining us at this stage, BCCI is going to hold a meeting on the IPL on Sunday or on Monday. There they will discuss with the overseas players about their availability, and then after that they will ensure that, okay, the schedule is done accordingly. With a 1 week gap, it's not so easy to get it around so quickly. So that is why the Indian Premier League, they will start hopefully by the end of this week, and then you might see the final being played on June 1 or on any other date earlier. Depending on if you want to finish on 25th itself, you'll have more double headers every day then. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this update. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis, and don't forget to download the Sports Talk mobile app for all the information that you need in English and Hindi. Suspension and then now resumption. When the schedule is disturbed, the table might shift a lot. Exactly, that's going to happen, Manu John. A lot of teams would have lost momentum. They would be eager to maintain that momentum, but if that doesn't happen, well, that's how the nature of the beast is. So thank you so much, folks. Subscribe to Sports Today. Bye bye.